What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Uriah here as the host of the Hub of Fantasy Football with my co-host.
Foley, hello. I am very tired today because Foley was up way past his bedtime watching Chapel Bill lose to people younger than his girlfriend, which is saying something. Although, the backup quarterback, same age.
I saw that. Man, did that hit you hard?
It was,
The first,
oh man.
you were
that
like
first
so
drive.
happy, weren't you?
Almost tears to my eyes with joy seeing
Yeah.
that first touchdown. But I kind of knew it wasn't going to last. Gio Lopez, the quarterback for UNC, I don't know. Like, I have a hard time because I hate lefty QBs in general. And so I don't know how much that skews my opinion. But I knew going into the game that I did not like Gio Lopez and that I didn't think he was a good quarterback. And he didn't show anything last night. However, the backup, I'm blanking on his name now, but his dad was the quarterback for Tampa Bay when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think he's the better quarterback. He used to play for A&M. I think he should be the starter, not Gio Lopez. That's my take. But yeah, I know it's going to be a long season for Chapel Bill.
So, what we're going to get in today, it's football week, guys. I don't know if you're
So
excited.
excited.
I mean, we got Thursday, we got Friday, college football Saturday, Sunday football, Monday football. I mean, it's great.
Friday football. There's a Friday game.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Friday,
you
Thursday,
said
and Friday.
Okay,
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I don't care about college ball. Like, I watched Chapel Bill last night, but my thing about college ball is it's just sloppy football.
So fun.
It's sloppy.
So fun.
I hate watching linemen play
Okay.
in college.
So this is what we're fixing to get into, and guys, I'm looking at y'all. First of all, this is unadulterated, the truth coming from me, coming from Foley. Our other co-host, Evan, who is not here. Look, we're going to say it how it is. We're going to speak the truths that we think, and we've been doing this for a minute. And I know it sounds crazy, but listen, all these talking heads are going to be telling you stuff. Look, they're going to be like, oh, he's got so many passing yards behind the quarterback for 3 seconds. And listen,
Thank you.
listen, when it comes down to it, it's just football. I don't need stats. Just tell me what I need.
You have teed me up perfectly for a soapbox,
Well-
if I may.
Well, I'm going to get you. I will
Okay,
let you
okay.
have this, but all I want to say is it's like me going to the grocery store and somebody saying, well, this milk had a unit cost of... I don't care. I want the price, and I want to put it in my bag, and I want to go on about my business.
Mm-hmm.
So, go off.
So, Uriah and I come from it slightly differently. I do care about data. However, be wary of data merchants who just will twist and turn
Yes.
things to fit their narrative.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing.
Stephen A.
I know. Oh, forget Stephen A. Let's talk some fantasy football stuff. Although, yes, Stephen A. is a prime example.
Barry.
Forget Barry. I know that we have fans of this show. I'm going to take a shot. Fans of this show who watch the fantasy footballers, who love the fantasy footballers. Woohoo! They're entertaining. I saw a thing recently from them where they were talking about how you've got to draft George Pickens. And they gave these like 3 data points, and they were like, last year he was one of only 2 wide receivers to hit all these metrics.
Yeah, I don't
and
think that.
and that's proof that. But here's the thing: he was 1 of 2. You know who the other one was? Deontay Johnson. So, okay, if you're saying because of these data points you got to draft George Pickens, then you should
Yeah.
also be saying the same thing for Deontay Johnson, who just got cut from the Browns, I believe.
Exactly.
So, I believe in data.
Well, I
But
do.
you got to understand data.
And I do too, but I guess what I want to give the watchers, the members of this community, is you don't have to watch all this with all these numbers and data. We're going to tell you what we think,
That's right.
and it is from us watching it. Look, if you don't have it to make that call, just trust in us.
Trust us.
We'll help you out.
For
So-
every team. Before we get into
Yes.
it, though, we do have a sponsor.
Well, who would that be?
Have you ever thrown out your back and spent an entire 3-day weekend stuck on your couch borrowing muscle relaxers from your mother-in-law?
Ooh, sounds like a rough time, Foley.
If so, do I have the product for you?
What can help with that?
Being young! Never experience mysterious pains again by simply being young. Not available to people over 30.
Or like my son would say, no cap.
No cap. No cap.
So-
Evan is responsible. Credit where it's due. Evan, I think he experienced some things like that this weekend.
Oh.
Maybe that's part of why he couldn't join us today.
Shout out to Evan, but he won't ever listen to this.
No,
So,
he won't.
all right, let's get into our games.
I'm so excited for
Yes.
football.
Look, Thursday night we got it's going to be a doozy. Dallas versus the Eagles.
Is this the disappointment bowl?
Look, I know we got a lot of stuff we're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay, so listen, first week, don't get cute.
Yeah.
Don't be like, well, so and so they listed him as the third on the depth chart. Don't listen. Don't do it. You drafted your wide receivers. You drafted everybody. And look, drafting is only 30% of the fantasy football community. You gotta manage it now.
Absolutely.
And whether you had a great draft or a stinky draft, we're going to help you this year, right?
Absolutely. Listen, if it were just drafting, I'd be undefeated in this league. I'd win every year because I have the best draft every year. It's the
Listen,
managing that's...
From here on out, I have a sound, and I will.
My one bit of level setting as we get into the start sits is I mostly agree with Uriah. My one caveat with week one of every year, I draft for upside, but when I do my start sits, I'm always more conservative. I draft to win, I start sit to not lose is generally how I approach things.
Yeah.
And that means the rookies and the sort of people who are in unfamiliar territories, they're
Will
going
be
to be lower
lower.
down my rankings this week
Yes.
than they were a week ago when I was drafting.
And this will also change next week when we
Absolutely.
have a little data
Absolutely.
where we can compare things. So, first of all, Dallas and Eagles. Give me your Eagles starts.
Eagles starts. Jalen Hurts is
Slam.
surefire. Yeah, of course. He's one of the Fantastic Four of fantasy quarterbacks. Saquon, obviously. A.J. Brown, I think he's a must start. All of those guys are must starts. And then Devontae Smith is a wide receiver too. I'm not interested in Dallas Goedert this week.
Okay. I'm going to shut down Smith just for this week. But I'm with you. Hurts, Barkley, Brown, slam dunk. Got to start them. I do have Goddard as a start, but also look at your other tight ends.
Yeah.
Pick when it comes down to these coin flips such as Goddard. Flip it. Find out what you like. Like I said, next week we will have data and stats to change. Whatever. Let's see. Sits. Okay, I said Devontae. Let's go to Dallas starts. Who you got?
Dak is a fine super flex quarterback. I would
Dak.
not start him in a one quarterback league. I've made my feelings clear. I don't think this is gonna be a high volume offense. I think Javonte Williams is a desperation flex.
Okay.
He's at least a starting running back. CeeDee Lamb, of course you're starting. However, I will introduce my first bust of the week. CD, which is I'm playing with the format a little bit this year, but CeeDee Lamb I think is going to finish as a wide receiver 2. I will come back later with my boom, who I think will perform higher than him. But of course, a wide receiver 2 is still someone you start. I'm just saying, don't expect him to finish in the top 12 this week. I don't think he does. And then I would flex George Pickens. I would be willing to flex George Pickens.
All right. On me, I have Dak is a must start. CD is a must start, and Ferguson, Turd Ferguson. I would pick him over Goddard. And my sit will be Pickens and any running back for the Dallas Cowboys.
Interesting you start Ferguson but sit Pickens.
Yes. Well, once again, it's just how I'm feeling.
Positional scarcity.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more wide receivers
Yeah.
better than Pickens this week.
Yeah, that makes sense. I disagree, but I understand your logic.
Let's see. Moving on. Kansas City and the Chargers Friday night in where are they about? Brazil?
That's where it was
Mexico
last year.
with the funky field.
Yeah, that's where Jordan Love got hurt last year in Brazil.
Yeah.
On the Friday game.
So injury alert.
It was a gross field.
Yes.
Slipping all over the place. When people love to trash talk turf until they watch a grass field game and
then-
see how messy it is, and
Well,
see people get hurt on that too.
Well,
Give me turf
yeah.
all day, baby.
Okay. Let's see. Kansas City starts. Who you got?
I do think Patrick Mahomes is a must start at quarterback.
Interesting.
I know is crazy as easy it is to be down on the Chiefs. I think Mahomes is still a must start for now. Pacheco RB2, Xavier Worthy I think is a must start. Wide receiver
Okay.
1. I think I'm without Rice there. We saw him come on strong at the end of last year, so I think these next 5 weeks could be really interesting for him. And then Travis Kelce, sure. If you didn't get one of the big 3 tight ends in your draft, you can start Travis Kelce. That's fine.
Let's see. I too have Mahomes. Although saying that Mahomes, he would be a super flex only.
Okay.
I'm not expecting a lot of scoring. I feel like this is going to be a running game, but whatever. So I got Mahomes, and then I do have Kelce as starts.
I am worried about Kelce, I will say.
Well,
Man's getting married,
Well-
making some business decisions.
Well, this is I'm fixing to get into it. My sits, basically every wide receiver,
Yeah.
there and Pacheco. The reason is now I understand if you drafted Worthy or Hollywood Brown or Juju or somebody like that, and they're like your number 3 or flex, start him, please. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a first or a second for me.
Yeah.
That's just.
I didn't expect to be as high on Worthy this week as I am, but I
Well,
think he is a must start.
And I understand it. I just feel, to me, it was either Worthy or Kelce
Yeah.
to be in that, star
Sure.
role, and I just picked what I thought
Sure.
Mahomes would be more comfortable with.
Can I spit some free game?
Go ahead.
If you're in a really deep league and you want a total flyer at tight end, Noah Gray.
I like it. Yes.
Not to start, but just to stash.
Yeah.
Because if Kelce is a huge bust, like an even bigger bust than he was last week, he's maybe distracted with his engagement and all that. I've really hated seeing how Mahomes and Kelce are just going out doing celebrity stuff in the preseason
Like
rather
best-
than
yeah.
locking in
Yeah.
after getting their asses kicked in the Super Bowl. Excuse my language. So, like, if you buy into the narrative that Kelce's going to be an even bigger bust this year than he was last year, Noah Gray is his backup.
Okay. Let's go Chargers. Who you starting?
I would super flex Justin Herbert, although if you took him in the first round of your draft, he might be more than a super flex to you, Tony Lee. But to me, he is a super flex. Omarion Hampton's an RB2 for me. Ladd McConkey is a wide receiver 2. Desperation flex, depending on your options, maybe Keenan Allen. Yeah.
I'm pretty much on the same board. I got the only thing I got is my sits. It would be once again all the Chargers until I see it.
Yeah.
And even Disley, I like Big Wheel.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Don't even roster him.
Listen, I'm just going.
Listen, I think Hampton's a fairly safe play. I just said what I said about rookies, but like he's going to have the volume that you can
Yes.
start him with some
Yes.
confidence this week.
Yeah, I'm just, and a lot of this is going to come down to I just don't trust them right now.
Sure.
Prove me wrong in the second game, and I'll start you. Let's see. Arizona and the Saints.
Find them on my list. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Let's go with Arizona. Who you starting?
I am kind of high on them right now.
You got to with the
offense.
Saints.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That defense they're up against,
It
it's
scares
easy pickings.
nobody.
So Kyler is a must-start quarterback.
Yep.
Even in one quarterback leagues, I want
I
to
think
start
so
him.
too.
James Conner RB1 this week for me. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a flex, I would say.
Okay.
And because that's one where I do want to
Yeah.
see it. I believe the
Yeah.
connection's probably stronger, but I do want to see it before I'm like must start. But I
Not
think
bad.
he's a flex. And Trey McBride, of course, you're starting.
I totally agree with you, and you know how I feel about Kyler.
Yeah.
Hopefully, y'all do too.
Certified hater.
But I mean, it's the Saints. I have basically don't sit anybody out of starters. off of Arizona. Saints, I'm looking at Kamara
Yeah.
and Olave. Now, saying that, I don't want them in my. They're definitely flexes, definitely. And then sit everybody else.
Hello, running back busted the week, Alvin Kamara.
I believe it. I'm so down on him this year.
Yeah, I'm not super down on him, but I'm kind of down on him. I'm down on him relative to, I looked in this morning and people have him ranked as an RB1 this week, as a top 12.
No way.
And that's
No.
where you lose me. Sure, he's got the volume, but I don't see him being a top 12. Cardinals, especially behind this offensive line,
Yeah.
I just don't see it, so I've got him as an RB2.
Well-
You're still starting him.
Yes, and I would flex him. I wouldn't start him. And the reason I say this is I look at it as 1, 2, 3, age, that's a down.
Yeah.
Team, that's down.
Yeah.
And I guess you could put team and line
Yeah.
down. And just, those are big things against him.
Game script, they're going to be
Yes.
playing from behind.
Are-
That means they're going to have to throw the
What
ball,
system?
not run it.
How's the system fixing to
Sure.
look?
Sure. The system looked good for Saquon last year. It's Kellen Moore. But Kellen Moore's offense looks different everywhere he goes. So it's hard to say.
But that was also with the Eagles with the outstanding line.
The best line in football.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a different situation. I would also say Olave is a desperation flex.
Look, if I was in this, and I had unbelievable, everybody on Arizona, nobody on the Saints, personally.
Fair enough.
Let's move on to the Dolphins and the Colts. Miami, who you starting?
Well, some of it's injury dependent, but
I know.
Tua is a super flex, and hello, boom, quarterback Tua. I think he will finish higher than expected. I will tell you later on who I think he will finish better than. But for now, I'll just say he is a top 14 quarterback for me.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's good enough for a super flex. Devon Achane, if he plays,
Start.
must start. Absolutely. I'm not really keen on starting Ollie Gordon if it's not Achane.
I think you got to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tyreek is a wide receiver too. Waddle's a flex.
Okay, basically the same thing. The only thing I would pick only one out of Waddle and Hill, and that would come down to Hill. Is he healthy? If he's not, I would flex Waddle.
Tyreek Hill not elected team captain for the first time since he's been a Dolphin.
Listen, are you feeling a bad year for Hill?
Kinda.
I am too. And like I said, I don't know if it's like 503 or if that is 907. You know what I mean?
I think you heard it here first, folks. If Miami starts like 2-3 or
Traded?
something, yeah.
Yeah.
If he has like in week 5 a 2-catch game, he might be like, just get me out of here. And he
Yeah.
goes for, I don't know, Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin can handle that personality. But yeah, I think if Miami gets off to a bad start, Tyreek's on the trading block.
Okay. Colts. Give me your starts.
Daniel Dimes in a superflex.
What?
In a superflex. Now, I am not because I have a wealth of quarterbacks in our superflex league.
Oh, Lord.
But I would be perfectly comfortable starting Daniel in a superflex league.
I would. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jonathan Taylor RB1 this week. That Miami D line is nothing.
Spotty.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good O line that Taylor has. So RB1 there. Desperation flex, either Josh Downs or Michael Pittman. You can
Okay.
go with either of them, I think. I am starting in our league Josh Downs, unless I change my mind. I have both Downs and Pittman. Rather, I'm leaning Downs at the moment. And Tyler Warren. I'm in 7 leagues, I think, 6
Yep.
or 7 leagues. I haven't gotten Tyler Warren anywhere. I've been pretty diligent about going after one of the big 3 tight ends in every league, and that's just prevented me from waiting to get Tyler Warren, but I do love him.
And look, shout out to the league. Man, some of y'all are listening really good, and y'all are taking these people that me and Foley and Evan have been like, we like them,
Yeah.
where they're being drafted, and we're going to go after them, but you take them around early and you listen. So
Sure do.
shout out to y'all.
Yeah. I expect big things out of Tyler Warren.
I do too. So my starts will be Jonathan Taylor, and Tyler Warren, and that's it. Sit all the wide receivers until we have a better understanding of what's going on with this team.
Yeah. And you're not buying into the dimes in a super flex?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I kind of know what we got right now.
Yeah.
This may change everything, but for right now, no.
Okay.
So let's move on to the Raiders versus the Pats. Sounds like a fun game. Raiders starts. Give it to me.
Owner Tom Brady going up against the Patriots.
I know.
Ashton Genty, of course.
Yes.
Surefire must start. I know the vibes have been bad on Jacoby, but I think you can still flex him. Jacoby
Okay.
Myers at wide receiver, but you would flex him, and Brock Bowers. That's it.
Slam on the Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit down on Bowers, but you're still starting him. He's still a top
Yeah.
3. I think he's a pretty distant third at this point for me. I like Dante Thornton's a good stash. You don't want to start him week 1.
No.
You don't want to trust, even in a super flex. I don't trust Geno this week. I would rather start a wide receiver in my super flex spot than I would Geno right now.
Well, this is what we're talking about. Pay attention to and listen to what we're saying, guys. Colts, Danny Dimes. I would start Danny Dimes over Geno.
Absolutely.
So this is just, pay attention to how bad we dislike somebody when we go on tangents.
Yeah. And I love the man. I love Geno the man.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I want to see how he fits into this Chip Kelly offense.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We just don't know what's happening. We got to see it. Also, I got Genty, Bowers, Sit, everyone else until we know what's going on.
No Jacoby.
No Jacoby for now.
Okay.
And once again, like I said, listen to us. If you got him as a flex and you believe in that, start him, please. Make yourself happy before you try and listen to us.
Hey, I've got him as a flex, so I say go for it.
Go for it. All right. The Pats. Who would start?
You know what?
Give it to me.
You can start Drake May in a 1 quarterback league this week.
Okay.
I won't say that every week, but I'm getting a good feeling about May in week 1. That might be the end of it though.
No Diggs?
Oh no, I just mean this might be the last time I said it about May.
Yeah.
Travion Henderson is a deep desperation flex. Ramondre, I'm not interested in. Henderson is only a desperation flex in PPR leagues. If you're doing half PPR, I wouldn't even touch him.
Okay.
Diggs, I think, is a flex, assuming he starts. Looks like he's going to start. He's still, coming back from his injury, but I think he will play, and he's a flex in that case. And Hunter Henry is a fine. If you punted at tight end, I am totally okay with starting Hunter Henry. I would start Hunter Henry over Dallas Goedert or Jake Ferguson.
Really?
Instance.
For
Yeah.
both of them? Okay. I'm going to say May is a start, and I'm going to say Diggs is a start. The running back room, do not start anybody right now. It is too much of a cloud.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Although, saying this, you heard it here first. If you're in a league that allows kickoff returns and punt returns, smash
Yeah.
Henderson. Smash that man.
I don't know if he's going to be playing return.
Well, once again, we got to figure out.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the worst game of the week. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Jets.
Revenge game.
Oh, gosh. Steelers start. Who you start?
Not
this
Aaron
be-
Rodgers in the revenge game.
This will be a short list. Go ahead.
This is actually the second year in a row.
He's played.
Well, I was just thinking of Steelers having week 1 revenge games because last year it was Arthur Smith coaching against the Falcons who had just fired him in week 1. And
Who won that game?
Steelers.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Kirk
have thought
Cousins
that.
looked terrible, but
Oh, that's when he couldn't even. It looked like
yeah.
he couldn't move.
Yeah, they
yeah,
ran
I
out of the
remember
gun.
that.
He didn't take a single snap from under center the entire game, and Justin Fields led them to a victory. I'm just saying, and now it's Justin Fields on the other side. So there's all kinds of weird parallels going on in this game. That said, for the Steelers, I am not starting Aaron Rodgers, even in a revenge game narrative, which I do kind of fall for that.
Give me who you starting.
Sorry.
Not who you sitting.
Desperation flex, Jalen Warren.
That's the only person.
I
you
am
start.
not touching Caleb Johnson. I'm the only one even thinking about Ken Gainwell, but I'm not touching him in this week. But
Shout out Mississippi.
Listen, speaking of the footballers, yeah, and shout out Mississippi. We'll talk about in a second. But speaking of the fantasy footballers, Caleb Johnson's going to be the MVP this year for fantasy. Caleb Johnson, whatever about him as a player personally, for fantasy purposes, he's going to be one of the biggest busts of the year.
Look,
I'm sorry to say.
He wasn't good at Iowa. He's not going to be good anyway.
I thought he was pretty good at Iowa.
He was okay.
I would flex DK though. Shout out Mississippi. He's like a wide receiver 3 for me.
Okay, the only person I would start would be Warren, and that would be a flex. Sit everyone else. Give me the Jets starters.
Well, in a super flex, your boy Justin Fields in a super flex. In a one quarterback league, as much as I've talked up Fields, it's a wait and see thing for me. But in a super flex, I think here's the thing. People think of mobile quarterbacks as these high ceiling guys, and they can be that, but Justin Fields is actually a really high floor quarterback because of what he does with his legs. We saw that last year with Pittsburgh. He will always, and Uriah's yawning as I talk up.
Yeah, that's how
Fields,
I feel about it.
But just what he can get you with his legs is enough to give a decent floor for a super flex start. Brees Hall is an RB2 for me. Garrett Wilson's a flex.
Oh, well, my New York Jets starters would be, believe it or not, Garrett Wilson. I don't know why I just wrote that, but him and Mason Taylor. He would be one of those fringe.
Yeah.
He's not a starting. In a 12-team league, he's not a starter.
Yeah. To me, Mason Taylor and Braylon Allen are two, like, let's monitor these situations type of guys.
My sit would be, as always, Fields and Brees Hall, or at least the person who used to be Brees Hall, sit him.
Justin Fields or Geno Smith?
Geno Smith.
Jeez. You're wrong.
Dude, you know how I feel. The worst, I'll give you the worst 3, is AR, followed by
AR's not starting.
Justin Fields. I guess Geno.
Cam Ward?
Oh, Cam Ward, yeah.
Who we'll talk about.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's move on to the Giants and the Commanders. New York, start your engines fully.
I'm not too keen to start my engines here. I'm not starting Russ. My starters are Tyrone Tracy as an RB2, Malik Neighbors, must start wide receiver 1.
Totally agree.
I don't feel great about the Tracy start, though. I will do it. Like, I would do it if I had him anywhere, but I'm not going to feel amazing about it. I think he'll be better in the early part of the year. I think as the year goes on, it's going to get grosser and grosser with Scatterbitter.
Do not start any other wide receivers for New York.
No.
Don't do it.
No. I'm excited about Wan'Dale Robinson this year, but it's one of those you've got to see it first.
Absolutely. And, hey, congratulations for that one person that listens on here and is going to guess somebody get it right. They'll be like, well, Wayne Dale's going to be great. He's going to be great this week. Well, congratulations. We'll go ahead and get that off the top.
Play him in DFS. Just don't put him in a redraft lineup.
All right. Washington start. Who you got?
Believe it or not, Jaden Daniels, I think is a must start. That should go without saying. As far as running backs go, the only one I would even consider is actually Austin Eckler. I don't want to touch, and there's just word that Bill is listed number 4 on the depth chart. I don't put much credence into depth charts, like Uriah said earlier. That said, we don't know what the split between him and Chris Rodriguez is actually going to look like, so it's a wait-and-see situation. But we know Eckler is going to be the PPR machine guy. So in PPR formats, Eckler can be a desperation flex. Scary Terry's a wide receiver, too. I was thinking about this. Listen, I've been a Scary Terry fan for, 10 years now, however long he's been in the league, 9 years, whatever. I guess it's been less time than that, but as long as he's been in the league, I've liked Terry.
It's been a lot less time, but go ahead.
Yeah. People are talking about him having a breakout season last year. The man is 30, and he just had his breakout. He's not. He is a very good wide receiver. I've always thought he's a very good wide receiver. Yeah, he's not as good as people make him out to be. He's a wide receiver too. He got a lot of touchdowns last year. He's due for some regression. Debo's a deep flex.
Okay.
No Zach Ertz for me.
No Ertz.
Not this week.
Okay, I said Daniels, McLaurin, and Debo, and Ertz. The running backs. Don't start any of them. Like like Foley said, if you got Eckler and you need a 2, you need a flex, yes. But other than that, no. I don't want no part of that until it clears out.
Yeah. And listen, to money where my mouth is here. Bill Krosky Merritt was the first running back I drafted in our league. He is on my bench. I do not want to start him this week. I am starting Jalen Warren and one other who we'll talk about later over him.
All right, let's move on to the Panthers and the Jaguars. Panthers, who you got?
Bryce Young in Superflex. We'll see which Bryce Young do we get. But find the Superflex. Chuba Hubbard is a safe running RB2. And Tet is a wide receiver 2. He's been dealing with injury. I think he'll be in wide receiver 1 category as the year goes on. But for now, he's wide receiver 2.
Basically the same thing. Chuba, maybe Tet on my side. Once again, deep flex. But also depends on what you got.
I do want to emphasize on the Tetero McMillan point. Because it's just something I really like. If there is a my guy this year,
It's him.
that is him. I was only half sold on him coming out of college, but I've just found myself taking him over and over in my 6 or 7 leagues. There's a lot of players that I have in a lot of leagues. He is the only one that I have in every single league.
Okay.
So I'm all in on Tetero McMillan.
All right, let's go to the Jags start. Who you got there?
Well, T-Law is a must start.
Okay.
Must start Trevor Lawrence in his breakout year finally, in year 6? Travis Etienne is a desperation flex. I'll stay away from Tank Bigsby until we see a little bit more. Brian Thomas Jr. must start, and I would flex Travis Hunter.
He is number 2. Same-ish. Start T-Law, start Brian Thomas. Sit Hunter, ETN / Bigsby.
Is Hunter just one of those you want to see it first?
Gotta see it.
I understand.
And I know he's like number 1 or number 2 on the depth chart, and then backup dime quarterback. I just gotta see it.
Yeah, I get it. I felt weird listing him as a flex, but I think there's just enough upside there that I am willing to take the gamble on him as a flex this week.
Tet or Hunter?
Tet.
We'll get into some other ones.
It's going to be hard to talk me off of Tet.
Well, we'll get to it. All right, let's move on to the Bengals versus the Browns.
Jamar Chase over Tet. Fine.
With this week's blowout of the week. Bengals, who you start?
Joe Burrow.
It should be one word, everyone.
Yeah, everyone. No tight ends.
No tight ends, yeah.
Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all must starts. I don't care who else you have on your
Start
team.
'em.
All those guys, you got to find a way to fit them in. If you can't find a way to fit them in, why are you playing in 4-team leagues?
And look, this also pay attention to this, guys. I know we say watch everything. This is one of the teams in the league that can support 2 strong wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar's going to get his, and I feel like T's going to get his.
Mm-hmm.
So look for both of them to be like 101, 102 for, just be watching out for that. Browns start. I got Njoku, and I halfway feel comfortable about that one. That's it.
Yeah. You're going to be surprised at one of my starts. Jerome Ford as an RB.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock that at all.
I think he's the safer play this week than Dylan Sampson, who, if I were desperate, I could flex. I could desperation flex Sampson, but between the two, I would rather have Jerome Ford this week. Jerry Jeudy, I think, is a wide receiver 2. Cedric Tillman is a deep flex. And yes, I would start David Njoku. I think Jeudy and Njoku, as long as Flacco are the quarterback, they're going to be starts every week. I will say, though, on my booms and busts, tight end was the hardest one for me to decide on because it's hard for me to see any tight end really, like, you've got to do worse than 332, right, to really bust. So I don't feel strongly about this. I do have David Njoku as a slight bust. I think he's generally consensus like tight end 5. I've got him tight end 7.
Okay.
So I'm not far off, but there you go.
Also, you will have to watch and continue to watch to understand Foley's
I'm trying to make it more accessible.
They're a little weird. I will also say this for the Browns. I do like Jamari Thrash in the slot. Watch out for him.
I'm actually really excited to have Cedric Tillman. Somebody dropped him in our league, and I scooped him up.
I didn't even pay attention.
And I'm really excited about having him on my team because he came on strong last year. It's one of those that, like, oh, maybe he looks good under Flacco, but then sucks under Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, whoever's next. But for now, I think he could be an interesting play. And again, I'm willing to desperation flex him this week.
All right, moving on to the Bucks and the Falcons.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game. Who you starting for the Bucks?
Baker Mayfield,
Okay.
Bucky Irving. Those are must starts. Mike Evans is a wide receiver too. I love you, Mike. You're a high end wide receiver too. Okay. And I would Emeka Egbuka low end wide receiver too.
Okay.
I thought about making him my bust, but it's hard for me to see him busting in this matchup actually.
All right, I got Baker, Bucky, and Evans are all smash starts.
Mhm.
Evans just because of the consistency.
Mhm.
The sits, I got Godwin and Ibuka
Yeah.
just because what
I don't
Godwin
think Godwin's going to play.
he's not. And this brings us around to a whole nother subject. Listen, guys, I know you're like, ooh, I'm going to draft so and so. He's not going to play. Like a lot of you are drafting Browns running back, play for Ole Miss.
Quinshon
Quinshon.
Judkins.
Listen, he's probably not going to play to the 9th or 10th week after his suspension, and him to adjust to the team. So these people that you're holding on that's not going to play for 3 or 4 weeks, let them go.
Yes.
Revisit that when it comes time for waivers.
Yes, please release Rashee Rice right now so that I can scoop him up and have him waiting there for the playoffs.
Hey, make a trade offer. He'll accept anything probably. All right, let's move on to the Falcons. Who you starting? Don't say Penix.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about anything else out of the Bucks, but I guess not. Superflex, I will start Michael Penix.
Really?
Even though I hate lefties, he came on strong at the end of last year. I have to give it to him.
What, 2 games?
He was like 4.
Garbage. Don't trust him.
Bijan must start.
I totally messed Foley up with Michael Penix. Go ahead.
Bijan's a must start. Drake London's a must start. I don't think Darnell Mooney will play, but if he does, he's a desperation flex. Not starting Ray Ray McLeod. I love Kyle Pitts, but I want to wait until I actually see the connection with Penix before I start it.
For his 2 games this year, that's going to be good.
Yeah, it's not even going to take 2. He plays well this week. I'm tricked. I'm back in.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to say Michael Penix is just all Kyle Pitts needed, and this is fine. It's finally all coming together for him.
In one of my leagues, I drafted Pitts out of college, and my number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And I hate him. I hate him so bad.
I don't know why.
I will not. I will not pick up another tight end. He will start for me, and I hate him. It's like a hate start.
I love the man.
He's probably a great guy. He's a senior now, so that means he has a kid. Hey, congratulations. We love you, Kyle Pitts. Love Florida. Man, you ain't showed up for fantasy in years. You showed up one year.
Well, I blame his coaches and his quarterbacks. I mean, come on. Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ritter.
Listen, Foley, when you have a kid, that kid's got to learn on himself. He knows how to play football. He just don't want to play football.
He got that 1,000 yards his first year, and then they misused him ever since.
1,000 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, my son could go out there and catch that. Look, I got Bijan, I got London, must start. Sit any other pass catcher on that team.
Yeah.
Let's
I agree.
move on. 49ers versus Seattle. 49ers, I feel like this is going to be a great game. 49ers, who you starting?
Man, it's a long list. Brock Purdy, must start. Christian McCaffrey, must start. Prepare for heartbreak.
You pronounced his name wrong.
Mac Jones, I'm sorry. Mac Jones.
West
is what I meant to
Coast.
say.
West Coast Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is West Coast Mac Jones now. He's the backup for Purdy.
So we can say Mac Jones squared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people know I don't actually like Brock Purdy, but
Hates him.
he's a good fantasy quarterback.
Him or Fields?
This week or season long?
Well, do this week. I just want to hear this week.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
I would
me
probably
smile.
say the same answer for season long. But yeah, Brock Purdy. is a
I thought
must.
you were so high. What was our bet?
I had that Justin Fields finishes ahead of
who?
Dak Prescott,
Okay, I can't wait to win
and
that one.
I stand by that. So yes, Purdy I'm good with. McCaffrey I'm good with. You've got to start them both. Depending on your other options, you can look at Ricky Parasol or Jawan Jennings. I would prefer Ricky, but especially PPR. It's more of a coin flip if you're in half PPR. And you're for sure starting George Kittle. He's the safest of them all.
All right, for right now, I have CMC and Kittle, and that's it. I'm sitting all over the wide receivers because I don't know if Ricky's going to cut into Jennings. Is Jennings going to cut into Ricky? Is some other guy going to cut in between that? I don't know.
You're sitting Brock Purdy?
He's not he'd be like 15 or something. I'm not crazy about it.
Super flexing him? Okay.
I'm not crazy about
I've
it.
got him as a top 12.
All right, Seattle. This is where I get happy.
Hello from my cat, by the way. Okay, Seattle. Yeah, you and I feel very differently about this. Ken Walker is an RB2.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Smith and Jigba is a wide receiver 2. I love JSN. Huge fan. Don't know about this offense. And Cooper Kupp is a desperation flex. I have been hearing good things about Kupp out of camp. So as much as I've been down on him, I'm starting to wonder if I have that wrong, but I don't think I do. No interest in Sam Darnold, the pumpkin.
Here we go. Give me a start from Big Sam.
Oh my God! In one quarterback leagues?
Yes. Give me a big start for JSN. I'm with him on the flex. Running back 2 for Walker. Let's sit Kupp and Barner. And I do like Tony Horton. It's another little stash. Keep him on your list this year.
Yeah, don't start him this way.
Oh no! You can pick him up. Roll with it.
Yeah. I think he's a fine stash. Could eventually overtake if the hype around Kupp is false, which I think it probably is. Torrey Horton could end up being that guy as a number 2 too.
What's your cat's name?
This is Ophelia, everybody, and she is bad.
All right, so let's move on to the Titans and the Broncos. Titans, who you starting?
Only 2 people.
I'm only starting 2 people also.
Tony Pollard, and I will flex Calvin Ridley.
Totally agree. Sit Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Don't touch him with a 10-foot pole and Michael pushing.
Yeah. He's QB 30, QB 31, something like that for me.
Absolutely.
I would start. Literally, if my options in the Superflex spot were Calvin Ridley or Cam Ward, I would go Calvin Ridley over Cam Ward.
I would too. Let's see. Broncos. I'm only starting 2. I know you're going to go through the running backs, but go ahead and give me who you got. Uh-oh.
Bust of the week for quarterback.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix will finish behind my boom quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, this week.
Okay.
Which I the number I have is QB 14. Like, he'll finish behind QB 14. Tua will finish above QB 14. Look, I think RJ Harvey is a desperation flex. So is J.K. Dobbins. In PPR, I would lean Dobbins. Half PPR, I would lean RJ. But it's one of those. I don't trust Sean Payton. I'd really prefer to see this play out, but based on where you drafted Harvey,
who's a 2 in the depth chart?
Well, I mean, it's Dobbins. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I mean, but it looks so far like differentiated roles,
who's
kind of
one?
like Eckler. RJ Harvey's 1 and Dobbins is 2.
Who's 3?
3 is Jaleel McLaughlin.
This Jaquil McLaughlin is going to score so many points because of Sean Payton.
Yeah,
And you're going
that
to
could be.
everybody's going to be mad at this.
Yeah, no, it very well could be. That's why, I mean, just based on where you drafted those guys, you might have to start them as a desperation flex. But I would try to find,
lot.
I'd try to find other options until we can see it pan out.
The only 2 I got is Nix and Sutton.
Yeah.
And sit all the running backs until we know what's going on, which you may not be able to.
I'm glad you said Sutton because I actually feel really hypocritical right now because I'm busting Bo Nix.
But you got Sutton for a game.
Boom!
Goodness.
Cortland Sutton. How about this for a hot take? I know Uriah is the spicy meatball guy.
Spicy meatball.
You remember who my bust wide receiver is?
No.
CeeDee Lamb. Cortland Sutton finishes ahead of CeeDee Lamb this week.
Ooh, that's a hard no for me. I like it. I like the spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball. 15 is the number I have there. I think CeeDee Lamb finishes outside top 15. Sutton finishes inside the top 15. They're both
Nice.
wide receiver twos for me.
Nice. Let's go to the Lions and the Packers.
By the way, I would consider starting Evan Ingram this week. I don't like it,
Okay.
but if you're like, he's probably like right at the borderline of.
Yeah, I'm starting him, and I don't really care. But anyway, Lions, Packers, Lions. Who you starting? Give me the list.
Everyone. I almost ran out of room. There's two teams that I almost ran out of room making my list, and the Lions are one of them.
So golf, you're good on golf?
In a super flex.
Okay.
Yeah, in a super flex, I'll start golf. Gibbs is an auto start. Montgomery is a desperation flex. Look at your options, but you can plug him in. The Sun God, Amon-Ra St. Brown, is of course an auto start. I would flex Jamison Williams and
Laporta.
starting Sam Laporta. Yeah.
I'm pretty much same thing. The only person I put sit, no one, maybe golf, maybe, and that would be Superflex.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
got him in Superflex, you're starting him.
Yeah.
But if it's just a regular 12 team, don't start him.
Yeah, that's right. Outside of golf, Montgomery would be the one I would look at.
Well, I didn't even put him in here. Packers, who you starting?
Assuming Jordan Love plays, which he has been injured all preseason, but I
Yep.
think he's getting better. He's a super flex. Josh Jacobs is an auto start. Matthew Golden is one of those that I'm so high on. To me, he is a desperation flex only this week because it's just one of those situations. I want to see it. I think he's going to be good, but prove me right before I stick him out there. And then start Tucker Kraft. If it's Malik Willis starting, then Josh Jacobs is the only one you can trust.
All right, so first one I got Love, like you said, based on his health. I think Jacobs is going to have another great year. So that's an automatic smash. Tucker Kraft, put him in there.
Yeah.
I'm sitting all the wide receivers until I know the hierarchy, the broken foot, whatever we got going on. Although I will say, Romeo Dobbs probably wasn't drafted in a regular league. He's the only one healthy-ish besides Golden, so watch out for that.
Yeah, sure.
Texans versus the Rams. Texas, who you starting?
C.J. Stroud is in a super flex.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned earlier Jalen Warren's one of the guys I'm starting over Bill Krosky-Merritt. The other one I'm starting over Bill Krosky-Merritt in our league is Nick Chubb. That is a desperation flex, but he's going to be the starter. I don't think they like Dameon Pierce at all. I think they'd rather just give Chubb the volume, so desperation flex, I'm fine with it. And Nico Collins is an auto start. I don't trust anyone else in this offense.
I got Stroud, I got Nico, I got Sit, all the running backs. Once again, it's Chubb a buzz. I feel like we all know what Pierce is. So to me, is Chubb going to be well enough to run the whole game, or is what's his face on my team? I can't think of his name. Mississippi State UCA running back guy drafted.
Oh, Woody.
Woody. We don't know what Woody's going to be. So
Yeah.
for me, don't start any of the running backs. Rams, who we start?
Not Matthew Stafford, although he will start the game, it seems. But I'm not trusting Stafford even in Superflex. Kyron Williams is a very high-end RB2 for me. Puka is a wide receiver 1. Devontae's a wide receiver 2. As long as Stafford is playing, and he is, I do trust those three.
All right. I have Williams and Nakua. Smash start. Sit Devontae Adams and Matt Stafford. Once again, use them if you got to.
I think you can trust Devontae.
All right. I got to see it first, personally. Ravens and the Bills.
Game of the week. Ophelia agrees.
Let's see. Ravens, who you starting?
Lamar Jackson, if you can believe it. I do think you should start Lamar.
No.
And Derrick Henry.
And Josh Allen?
I'm getting really, really spicy. Yeah, I know. This is crazy. Zay Flowers is a flex. And sure, start Mark Andrews. Maybe he redeems himself after that drop at the end of the playoff game against the Bills.
All right. Lamar, Henry, Andrews. Sit the wide receivers until window.
Man, I hope DeAndre Hopkins just has a huge game.
I feel like Flowers is going to be your number one.
Yeah.
But it's also Ravens, and you're liable to get 3 for 52, and then DeAndre scores the touchdown.
I'm really pulling for 3 touchdown game from DeAndre Hopkins. It would make me so happy.
All right, Foley's going to laugh at me at this. We'll go to the Bills start. Everyone. Sit. No one.
Ooh,
Let's go.
I don't feel that confident.
I know you don't. I know. Go ahead.
I mean, I will start Josh Allen.
Duh.
And James Cook is an RB2.
Okay.
It looks like Shakir's going to play, in
Yep.
which case I'm fine with flexing him.
Okay.
And I'm fine with Dalton Kincaid. But, like, Keon Coleman, no thank you. That's no.
I will call it. I will stand on this hill. Keon Coleman to the moon.
That's one of those, if he looks great in week 1, fine. I'll consider it next week, but I'm happy to be a week late on someone like Keon
And I
Coleman.
totally understand that. Let's move on. Vikings versus the Bears. You'll like this one. I just got to go first on this one. Vikings start JJ, TJ.
Very good. Very good.
Sit the running backs. I feel like Mason's going to blow up, but I got to see it before how they're going to run it.
Yeah. So J.J. McCarthy
Absolutely.
is a super flex for me.
Yep.
In our league, again, because I'm just blessed with quarterbacks,
Beep, beep. He's honking his own horn again.
I am sitting J.J. in our league in favor of Trevor Lawrence and Jalen Hurts.
Ooh, that'd be hard.
Only because JJ's like, I have season long, I have JJ above Lawrence, but I'm fine to wait a week and just make sure we know what we've got. This guy's never played an NFL game before. I'm fine to give that some time because I have Trevor Lawrence there. Long term, I do think it'll be great, and you could be comfortable starting him in Superflex, I think. The running back situation is interesting to me. I do think you can start either of them.
Okay.
And I will say, for my boom running back, one of them will finish ahead. I'm not promising which one, but one of them will finish ahead of Alvin Kamara this week. I lean
Okay.
slightly Jordan Mason,
Okay.
but wouldn't surprise me if it's Aaron Jones. But one of them will finish ahead of Alvin Kamara this week.
Like that one. Let's go to the Bears start. I got Swift. I got Loveland. I got Odunze. Sit DJ.
Sit DJ start Odunze.
Sit him.
Listen, I like Odunze, but I think people have gotten carried away with this hype on him. Like, it's just this huge projection of him having a year 2 breakout that
Okay. So you got the year 2. Okay. I'll give you how they say year 2, year 3. But what has DJ done as a whole?
DJ, he's been the most consistent wide receiver in fantasy. Like, he is a wide receiver 2 every year. That is what he finishes like wide receiver 20 on the year every year of his career.
I don't trust him.
No matter the quarterback, that's what he is to
Listen.
his core.
He went to the Bears, and I was expecting so much, and he gave me so little.
He gave you wide receiver 2.
I wanted one.
That's not what you get with him. You get wide
Listen.
receiver 2 every time. He's so consistent. He's like Cortland Sutton. And people always are disappointed in Sutton because he's never a 1.
Listen,
Wide receiver 2.
listen, folks. This is like cookout. When I want to eat, I want a hamburger and a corn dog. I don't want a hamburger and French fries.
Well, I'm sorry.
I want them both.
He is nothing but French fries, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I want some
DJ
fries.
Moore's
I
Burger-
want fries with that.
He's Burger King French fries.
So Caleb is a super flex. DeAndre Swift is an RB2. He was a bust candidate, but but RB2. DJ Moore wide receiver 2. Odunze is just a desperation flex for me. I like Odunze. He's one that I would prefer to see a little bit more before I'm really comfortable saying anything about
He
it.
will lead the Bears this
Maybe
week
so.
in receiving.
Maybe so. I did just in my last best ball of the year, I did just punt at tight end with Cole Kmet as my tight end too. And I mean, DFS play for you this week. Cole Kmet could be interesting.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Tournaments only. Don't play them in cash lineups.
Do you have any starts for the week? Give me your best start lineup.
Well, I have something along those lines. I don't know. I mean, I guess okay, off the top of my head.
Well, you can do your booms. You can do
Yeah,
your
I'll recap booms in a second, but just going off what you're saying. QB1, I'm going to go Lamar. I was going to say Josh Allen, but Lamar. I think it's the Baltimore defense is too good for me to say Josh Allen. So I'll say Lamar. Running backs, I will go, not getting too cute here, Bijan and Saquon. Yeah, Bijan and Saquon. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase, go figure. And who would my wide receiver to be? You know what, Justin Jefferson. This is really uninteresting. Tight end.
This is what you're going to get week 1.
Tight end George Kittle. That's maybe my spiciest. Tight end 1, George Kittle.
This is fun. This is funny. He didn't see mine. QB Joe Burrow, 315 and 3 touchdowns. Running back Saquon, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wide receiver, give me JJ, 110, 1 touchdown, and give me Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ooh.
for 130 and a touchdown, and George Kittle for 101.
Okay.
I got you with the Harrison, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Just to recap my booms and busts. Boom! Tua Tagovailoa finishes as a top 14 quarterback on the week, so feel free to start him in Superflex. Boom! Running back, one of the Vikings. Probably Jordan Mason, maybe Aaron Jones, but start either one of them with confidence.
Look, we're so good, we just say the room.
But you feel free to start either of those as a running back too. Boom! This is my spiciest one. Cortland Sutton finishes ahead of CeeDee
Love
Lamb.
it.
I'm
bold.
proud of that one. And TJ Hawkinson, by the way, is my boom tight end. I don't think I actually said that, but he is my boom tight end. Finishes in the top 6. And then my busts are Bo Nix, who finishes behind Tua, Alvin Kamara, who finishes behind Jordan Mason or Aaron Jones, CeeDee Lamb, and David Njoku.
All right, so that does it for our week. What you got? You got something?
I want to play a game. So
yes, I want to play.
Just
a game.
like we had the season-long draft last week on the show of I give you a random team, you don't know who's coming next. We're going to do a weekly version of this, you versus Evan, and I already got Evan's team. I did this separately with him since I knew he wasn't going to be here. We madly texted
I feel
to
like
get this done.
I feel like I got cheated already, but go ahead.
I will allow you to take the same players as him where you have team overlap, just like y'all allowed me to do that, just because you didn't get to go back and forth. But I'll let you know Evan's team first.
No,
so
you I don't want to know.
Okay, you don't want to know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this then.
You can tell it after.
Okay, so to recap, what Uriah needs is a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. I'm going to give him a team. He has to pick a player, but he doesn't know who's coming next as he fills out his lineup. Number 1, the Detroit Lions.
Give me Gibbs.
Gibbs as his running back. Number 2, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, Williams.
Kyron Williams. So he's got his running backs figured out already. Philadelphia Eagles. You can flex them. Or you
I
can
know. I don't trust the wide receivers this week.
Yeah.
Give me Hurts.
Okay. Jalen Hurts is the QB.
I probably should have went Saquon, but whatever.
The Tush Push Pro. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that's got to be CD. I'm crushing this.
The Chicago Bears.
Give me Loveland.
Colston Loveland for your tight end. Back to the Bears. I'm sorry, I said back to the Bears. I misread that. Back to the Lions. You get another Lion.
Ooh, okay. I feel good about
Wide
this.
receiver or flex?
I am going to go Jameson Williams. That's right, I said it.
Okay. That's over Sun God. Interesting. And then for your flex, you get to pick a Raider for your flex.
Genty.
Okay, so to recap Uriah's team, he's got quarterback Jalen Hurts, running backs Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams, and then Ashton Genty as his flex. That is a solid running back crew.
I feel so good about that.
Wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb and Jamison Williams.
Listen, I felt like Evan was going Amara, so I felt like I had to separate myself.
Well, he didn't have the Lions to choose from, so
Okay.
that didn't matter.
Okay, what's his team?
And I'm sorry, and then his tight end is Colson Loveland. Your tight end is Colson Loveland.
Yeah.
Who did he have his flex? Okay, I got it. His quarterback, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
His
Wash.
running backs, which he also had a running back in the flex, same as you did. His running backs are Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, and
Okay.
Bijan Robinson.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Wide receivers, he also had CeeDee Lamb. And he also had a little guy known as Malik Neighbors. His tight end is Jonnu Smith. So that's where you might have the edge.
That's gonna be a good one.
Listen, if you had picked Sun God over Jameson Williams,
Listen.
I would comfortably have you over him.
Listen, in my head, I'm thinking for some reason, I thought he would have the same teams.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, he's going to pick Amron. So that's the reason.
No, I gave him different teams to choose from.
Okay. Okay. Let's go one more thing before we get
Let's
off.
do it.
Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. What are you eating?
Oh man, I'm the wrong person to ask because I eat the
Oh.
same stuff every day.
That's fine. Just give me what's your go-to? Football,
Almonds.
almonds.
I'm so boring. I'm
Like
a
no
healthy
meal,
eater.
just almonds.
Yeah, Sunday night I'll cook something. I don't even know what I'm cooking yet. Maybe some pasta, honestly. But yeah, almonds are kind of my snack right now. So I know it's a boring answer.
It's
What
not.
about you?
It's not. Sunday will probably be Mexican. That's just how we roll. And then let's see, Thursday will probably be pizza / hamburgers, and then Friday probably the other one,
Yeah.
or chicken or something like that.
I got you. I love
Nothing crazy, but
Yeah. I might get a pizza Saturday night, but I probably won't be watching college football. I'll stick in a movie, unless.
Hey, are you watching any series?
I
I know you're doing movies.
Yeah, I
No series.
I can't keep up. I'm finishing up Succession right now. I have just the last ever episode of
I
Succession.
gotta
to
watch it.
As someone whose job kind of has some overlap, it's an interesting watch for me. Yeah, I like Succession. You guys, like you and some of the other people in our league, are so good at keeping up with the new TV stuff.
Not really.
I just can't keep up with it all.
It's
I have
hard.
to I don't watch anything until it's been out for a long time and it's kind of stood the test of time. I am interested though in, I forget the name of it now, but the show with Ethan Hawke.
The new one.
Yeah,
It looks good.
it
yeah.
looks really good.
I will say, Aliens Earth, so awesome. Peacemaker, it's good, not as good as last year.
Yeah.
That's all I got. See you guys next week. I hope everything goes good with your week this week.
Start your studs. I love you.
And we're out.
Let's see.